Students, in this video I will go through some exercises with you where I will be applying concepts directly related to vertical angles, explementary angles, linear pairs, and complementary angles. Let's just quickly recap what these angles and some of the properties are, so that when we get to it we will be familiar on how to apply them. So in the case where we have vertical angles, the angles opposite of one another are going to be equivalent. So angles A and B are going to be the same. Angles C and D are going to be the same. It does not guarantee that the angles that are adjacent, meaning next to one another, are going to be the same. So for instance, angle A and C does not have to be the same, nor does angle A and D. Moving on, we have explementary angles. Explementary angles is pretty much just telling us that all the angles added up together make a full rotation, right? So angles A and B in this case, A being the interior and B being the one outside, the two of those angles when added up together will add up to 360. And the same could be said if there are multiple angles stemming from a common vertex. So let's say if we have 3 different angles or 4 different angles stemming from a common vertex, all of those angles should add up to 360. A linear pair is supplementary. So there are actually 2 vocabulary words in there. A linear pair is 2 angles that form a straight line. And supplementary simply states that 2 or more angles that add up to 360. I'm sorry, 180. So supplementary, again, 2 or more angles that add up to 180. So in this case, a linear pair, x and y, will add up to 180. And lastly, complementary angles are angles that add up to 90 degrees. So in this case here, angles A and B, they add up to 90 degrees. A good way to remember this, complementary versus supplementary. So think of which letter comes first, C or S. C comes first, right? So 90 and 180, which comes first? 90 comes first. So therefore C corresponds with 90 degrees and S corresponds with corresponds with 180. So that's just the mnemonic that I use to memorize that vocabulary word. Again, complementary is 90, supplementary is 180. Anyway, so let's take a look at some exercises together. So for this set of questions here, it says to name the angle relationship. So looking at this right now, I see here, and by the way, I am doing assignment U1A05A2. The one that was assigned is U1A05A without the 2 there, right? Anyway, so I'm going to go through all the different questions here just to give you guys an example. So question 1, A and B, right? So because these 3 angles form a straight line, I immediately can tell that A and B is going to be 90 degrees because 90 and 90 makes 180 here. So therefore A and B are complementary. Okay. Question 2, since A and B are on the straight line, therefore A and B are linear pairs, and A and B are supplementary. Here in this case, A and B are opposite one another, formed by 2 intersecting lines, so therefore A and B are vertical angles. Find the value of x. Okay, so here, now that we're able to identify these things, right, we can then apply those concepts to an algebra problem here. So I notice that these 2 angles add up to 180, so therefore I can say x plus 27 plus 102 must equal to 180. I'm going to combine like terms. I end up with 129 plus x is equal to 180. Subtract both sides by 129, I end up with x is equal to 41. No, 51. What am I doing? Here in this case, again, these two angles form a linear pair. Because they form a linear pair, 3x plus 1 and x minus 13 add up to 180. Combine like terms, I get 4x minus 12 is equal to 180. Add 12 to both sides, I get 4x is equal to 192. Divide by 4, I end up with, what is this, 48? Okay. In this case, I have explementary angles, because if you look at these, all three of these angles, when added up together, they form a full circle, right? This is what I was saying before, when all the angles stemming from a common vertex goes all the way around, right? That means we have completed one full revolution. So therefore, all three of these angles must add up to 360. So I say 2x plus x minus 15, 115, plus 25 should equal to 360. Combine like terms, I get 3x minus 90 is equal to 360. 3x is equal to 450. Divide by 3, x is equal to 150. Again, I have a situation where I have an explementary angle. The angles are stemming from a common vertex. So I have 89 plus x minus 6 plus 5x plus 1 will equal to 360. Again, I will combine like terms here. So x and 5x makes 6x. 189 minus 6, that will be 89 minus 6, that will be 83. 83 plus 1 is 84. Subtract both sides by 84. 6x will equal to, that will be 276. Divide both sides by 6. I end up with 46. And for all these, all I have to do is just solve for x. Okay, moving on. This is drawn a little strangely, but this angle here is associated with that angle there. Okay, so again, I'm dealing with a linear pair. I have 5x plus 1 plus x minus 1 is equal to 180 because, again, it forms a straight line. So therefore, I have 6x is equal to 180. Divide by 6, x is equal to 30. Again, I have a linear pair, lots of linear pairs in this problem set. So I have 97 plus 3x plus 11 is equal to 180. I get 3x plus 108 is equal to 180. Subtract both sides by 108. I get 3x is equal to 72. Divide by 3. I get 24. Okay, complementary angles, because these two angles make up this right angle here. So therefore, 3x plus 2 plus x plus 4 equals to 90. I add 3x and x, I get 4x. Add 2 and 4, I get 6. Subtract both sides by 6, 4x is equal to 84. Divide both sides by 4, x is equal to 21. Again, I have complementary angles. So I get x plus 14 plus 1 plus 2x will equal to 90. X and 2x makes 3x. 14 and 1 makes 15. Subtract both sides by 15. I get 75. Divide by 3, x is equal to 25. Find a measure of angle B. So here in this case, the two angles, B and 68, are vertical angles, so therefore B is equal to 68. B and 56 again are vertical angles, so therefore B is equal to 56. Find a measure of x. Again, these are vertical angles, so they are going to be the same. So 6x plus 4 will equal to 46. Subtract 4 from both sides. 6x is equal to 42. Divide by 6, x is equal to 7. Again, vertical angles. 3x plus 1 is equal to 34. Subtract 1, 3x is equal to 33. Divide by 3, x is equal to 11. More vertical angles. So 58 is equal to 1 plus 3x. Subtract 1, 57. Divide by 3, x is equal to 19. Again, more vertical angles. 2x is equal to 62. Divide by 2, x is equal to, excuse me, that was my phone. Divide both sides by 2, I get 31. Okay, and I believe that's it.